Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Tonight we're checking out the Spyderco Bodacious. So I wanted to wait a little bit before I did this review. I wanted to carry it around and see how it actually feels. The first reviews that came out were basically just unboxing the knife, putting it side to side to the shaman, and that was it. There was no real insight. I feel like there was no real insight what this knife actually does. And so I wanted to carry it a little bit before, sharing my opinion. So I got this for 175 back when Freedom Knife Shop had it on sale. So first of all, shout out to them, and also 175 is a great price for this. The actual retail is 225, which for G10 and S30V might seem like a lot, but if you know how good this is, it's probably still worth it. So let's just jump in to the size comparisons. I'm gonna skip the unboxing because A, I lost the box, B, it's the Spyderco box. There's really nothing to talk about. So red 1, red 2, as you can tell, the pocket print is a little bit wider than what I usually like to carry, which is more like this, but it still works. I can still access other stuff in my pocket, and this is really not in the way. Especially this part is pretty smooth, so it doesn't bother me. Let's see them open. By the way, you can front flip the Bodacious if you are into that. Oh, I didn't do it right because I'm bad at front flipping. Let's try again. Dang it. Come on. There we go. Told you I'm bad at front flipping, but you can, if you're good at front flipping, you can do it with this knife. And the red too. So as you can tell, it's a bigger knife, way bigger than the red 2, which is only 3 inches blade. This is indeed 3 inches 0.6, so pretty much same size as this. But the beauty of this knife is that the cutting edge is also 3.6. They didn't waste any space on this blade. Let's do a size comparison with a Sharpie and a Bakeliter, and also with $1.25. So that's it. Let's jump straight into the ergos. The ergos are great, especially for a Spyderco. Spydercos have a lot of great models with the secondary choil, where you have to move your hand in the middle of the blade, like the Shaman or the Paramilitary 2 or the Para 3. I don't have any of those. I do have a Honey Badger, which let's pretend for a second that this is a Paramilitary 2. It is not, but let's just pretend. Once you deploy the knife, you have to go and move your hand to the middle of the blade like this. I'm not a fan of that solution in particular. I really like how this, once you deploy it, you're already in the sweet spot. The cutting edge is a natural continuation of your hand. This is great. This is just great. Also, it doesn't have any choil, which is something that I particularly like. Why? When you have a knife with a sharpening choil, even if it's not too pronounced, like on this one, when you start your cut, the choil might bump into the material. Or if you start the cut in the middle of the blade, as you push down, the choil might catch onto the material. This does not happen with this knife. You can start your cut right here and nothing is gonna rip. You can start your cut in the middle of the blade and nothing is gonna catch. Just awesome. There's really nothing else to say. It is just fantastic. My one gripe with this knife is that, just like the Shaman, as you sharpen the blade, you're getting closer and closer to the point where you are going to expose the tip out of the handle in the closed position. Let me show you. This is how much material you're allowed to take off before the tip comes out. It's really not much. And yeah, maybe it's gonna take 5 years, but it still bugs me. You know, like I like knives that last a long time, and that's kind of an issue. So if you happen to work, if you're watching this video and you happen to work for AWT, Lynch, Original Goat, Rock Scale, Flightanium, like guys, if you do a set of scales that come out more into a J shape and they cover the tip a little bit better, people will love you. Just saying. You know, like you don't have to do it, but if you were to do it, people would really love that. So, conclusion. I'm keeping it short and sweet tonight. This is a fantastic blade. If you find it for any discount code for around 200, jump on it immediately. If you find it on the secondary market for 160, 150, jump on it immediately, because it's really worth the price. The ergos are great, the materials are great. I'm hoping that Spyderco will come out with some crazier steels. I would love to have these in M4, for instance. I would love to have these in crew wear. What else? I don't know. For sure, M4 and crew wear would be sweet on this knife. That said, as usual, if tonight I gave you some information that you found useful, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And you all have a good night.